in Half-Life. Super simple to fight, a little bit hard to see, and still very scary when they jump out at you, right? Depends on my tone. Something... Is this a head crab? Or a... no. Or a choo-choo? Or really, does this act like a head crab or a choo-choo? How spooky are the spooky or are corrupted areas? I could go a number of different ways. I could just have it tonally like Twilight in Twilight Princess. Probably a little spooky. But then I think of my brother playing Minecraft, and then a zombie appears behind him, and then he screams or something. Do I want to have accessibility for that? Do I want to have accessibility options to make it not scary? Is that a thing? I mean, or do I have different, spookier planets with greater rewards? Except that's not the same as accessibility. Okay. Anyway, I wrote down... this was the idea that I had that I just wanted to write down before I forgot it. So... Oh, because when I was thinking about like a... If you're... Between a Temple Run and a Mirror's Edge. I mean, Temple Run, you're running over from a monster thing behind you. So... Or it could be... Temple Run, Mirror's Edge... And... Somewhere between Temple Run, Mirror's Edge... Or even... Celeste. I mean, Celeste is big. Let's put Super Meat Boy. Something like a Super Meat Boy would probably be pretty simple to create. And any of these that I make... Any of these that I make, I have to make some amount of art for. So maybe before a puzzle movement game, art project? What's the simplest? Just something that looks good. I mean, this might not be first. You might want to make it fun and then figure out the art. Especially if the art depends on the direction of the game and you find that the direction of the game isn't what you want. But if I just wanted to start with start by making something really basic, but built to expand. Oh, I'm getting my cords wrapped up. I mean, that looks like a progression of things. This isn't, this mostly isn't, a product on its own, unless I put it on, like, the Unreal Asset Store or something like that. Which could be a way to make money. Do I think my art is good enough to... Well, I'd want it to be good enough to work for the game. But the thing is, if I just sell the art style, then the game can't be unique as nearly as well. Like, if Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild just sold their visuals as an asset pack, that would... Then anybody could make something that looks like that really easily. Which, like, almost isn't bad. But then you'd have way less control over what things are appearing that look like your game. Okay. Remember... character... How would I say a character UI? A UI that's built onto the character. I'll call it a backpack UI. Because I really love it when things... Okay. This is one of the trickiest things that I've been trying to scheme up. If... Oh, wait, and I just thought of another caveat. If I wanted to make this third person and first person, which I don't know why I decided that I wanted to do that, except that I think top down is more accessible. I mean, a camera in the place of, like, Wind Waker, where it's like, it's not locked to your character's direction. Like Fortnite is straight up over the shoulder camera. So you have first person, locked first person, then you have locked third person, then you have third person free, and then you have top down. I feel like it goes in that order of, because that's getting more and more loose from the character. Like, if I were building a game and I wanted to have certain framing in it, like you enter this area and you see this big thing, if I were building that into a level, not procedurally, I would probably want a mechanism that I could expand the camera to, like, be in the right place. If it's procedural, yeah, it'd be really cool if you could do that procedurally. In fact, one of the drawbacks of Minecraft's procedural generation is that you can't climb a mountain and then enjoy the view. Not without, like, mods that extend your render distance. Because you climb a mountain and then all you can see is a little bit down on the mountain and then you have fog. Top down doesn't even have that problem. Unless you have an island floating in the sky. Which I might have. I mean, this one probably makes... This one might be the easiest still. I just build a combat system. It doesn't need to look good. I build a combat system that doesn't need to look good and I only need like a couple of different levels. The thing is, I do want the movement to be very... at least feel fast in your traversal. Or be interesting. Maybe this is what I want to start with. Just because procedural terrain will only be fun, in my mind, if you have a fun way to navigate it. But then it will need to have destinations to look for, which probably is where building some kind of dungeons comes in. I mean, these are... Let's see, I'll just add procedural dungeons. Procedural landscapes. I have a very specific way that I want to do my procedural landscapes. I don't want them to be... Actually, maybe I just put that here. Procedural should be path-based, not curve, or not noise-based. It should be fundamentally path/maze-based, not noise-based. Actually, just that on its own. Could I make a... I want destinations and routes between them, not randomness. So maybe further in that direction. Let me switch these. And then I add maze generator. I don't know how this would be a game in its own right. What, you just play through mazes? Unless you jumped through mazes. If I hand made a bunch of levels that worked for your movement, could I train a model on that and make the landscape act like that? That'd be so interesting. Imagine if instead of having like Minecraft where they have their pre-built village parts, what if you just gave it a bunch of village parts, told it this is what a village looks like, and asked it to build more? AI has got to be the future somehow in this. But there's just so much complication when it comes to copyright and training data that I'm scared in that I'm worried that if I implement AI in the wrong way in the future, that won't be allowed and it'll be cut out and the thing will break. Okay, wait. If you train the model on copyrighted stuff and then you make a bunch of stuff with that, neaten it up, make that the new training set, does it still technically have the copyrighted stuff in it? Not if your new set doesn't have anything. Oh, man, there's too many sides in that debate right now, and I don't know exactly how it'll fit together. What if that's it? Just here, before anything, top down Bros. Like, I could learn a lot from that. I could learn a lot about what looks good from top down. That earth-bending game had an interesting way that attacks worked together. That may not be dependent on camera location. Okay. Top-down Smash Bros. Could easily be a project to work on. Its scope is pretty simple, and it's a product that I could put out. It wouldn't even need to look good, as long as it feels good. I mean, okay, fundamentally, is that even a good idea? If I pitched that to somebody, top-down Smash Brothers, what would they think? I mean, the Smash Brothers formula works pretty well. But I don't really want Smash Brothers. Yeah, you know what? I think that's still something, and I think that might be a good thing to work on. It would be interesting as a small project to see if you could fight well regardless of camera view. I mean, some camera views have fundamental advantages especially in like combat. Like if you're playing Fortnite, you can see around a corner. If you're playing Overwatch, or Valorant or something, and you run up into a wall, you can't see around the corner, not without them seeing you. And so that almost works better in... I mean, if the main part of my game is PvE, honestly, you could have PvP lobbies where everybody's the same camera view. I don't think that would be problematic. Anyway, yeah, I think that was a great stream for today. I hope y'all take care, and I'll see you on Monday. Yeah, I don't have class on Monday, so that'll work extra well.